10 Frankel, the big gamble, Nathaniel coming out of stall 8. They're off and they're racing, and the one who missed it a bit was Colour Vision. Also sluggish was Man of God, but one who broke well and leads early on with the sheepskin noseband is Dortmund from his stable companion Genius Beast. Behind them in the yellow colours Mayor, on the far side Cattle Morris King. Coming down the middle of the track we've got Man of God in a good position, also alongside this one in the very pale colours Bonita Star. Looking back behind this is Frankel in the pink cap. He's tucked in mid-division at this stage. Then comes Lemon Drop Red. Then in the blue and white colours we've got El Rashid, and also prominent Nathaniel, who's come to join just Dortmund, who leads by about 3 parts of a length. On the far side Genius Beast. Stand side the pale colours we've got Bonita Star. The yellow cap, that is the well-backed Nathaniel. Tracking this is the favourite. You can just see him in the pink cap. That's Frankel. On the left is El Rashid. On the right is Cattle Morris King. There's about 7 spread right across the track, and they're all virtually level. Here they come down towards the last 2 furlongs, and on the left it's Nathaniel with, in the pale colours, Bonita Star, in the light blue sleeves Lemon Drop Red, the yellow colours of Mayor, the white cap of Dortmund. Just behind these the favourite Frankel is asked to improve, and does so. Here they come now in the last furlong and a half, and here comes the favourite Frankel looming up alongside Nathaniel, and Frankel moves well. Frankel looms up alongside. He's still on the bit. He is pricked. Nathaniel pumping away, but still upsides. The 2 market leaders settle down to battle it out. It's Frankel on the far side. Now what has he got left? There's not a lot left, or is there? Frankel is coming away, or is he? Frankel's coming away to win it now. Wins nicely in the end.
Frankel's in. That's it. Set. They're off. They've gone without Far, who became upset in the stall, so just 3 of them for the Frank Whittle Partnership Condition Stakes. And Diamond Geezer gives a lead to Frankel. Rainbow Springs dropping in third. Again, they spurn the near rail and head out into the centre of the racecourse, making their way through the first furlong and a half. There's now 3-strong field, led by Diamond Geezer in the hands of Michael Hills, with Frankel racing enthusiastically for Tom Queally in second, and then a couple of lengths to Rainbow Springs. They cross the intersection with the round course and move down to the last half mile, still led by the most experienced of the trio, Diamond Geezer, from the once race and hitherto unbeaten Frankel, and the debutant filly Rainbow Springs observing from last place. Single file as they move down beyond the halfway point. Diamond Geezer nudged along in front. Frankel still pulling double. Queally sitting pretty. Rainbow Springs angled out, shaken up by Nicky Mackay, tries to close as they race past the 2. Diamond Geezer. Frankel, though, on the far side, ranging up, and Queally has a long and leisurely look round behind, and Frankel quickens well and immediately begins to storm clear from Diamond Geezer and Rainbow Springs. And it's a case of name the distance here. Frankel stretching right away. He's going to remain 2 from 2, and he might just have a touch of star quality about him. Frankel wins in the hands of Tom Queally.
Set to go, racing in the Royal Lodge, and away to a good start too in the centre. Eskimo going on, but not at a great pace. On the inside in second is Slim Shady, just dropping in behind them there on the inside. Treasure Beach, no pace at all. Then Clamour, and last is Frankel, about 5 off the pace as they start to amble uphill now towards the 5 furlong marker. It's Eskimo showing the way by 3 parts to Slim Shady the inside. 2 away then in third. Up on the outer is Clamour, tucked away on the inner Treasure Beach, and a length and a half last is Frankel, still 5-6 lengths off the pace as all the time they're climbing towards home now. And on the outside it's Eskimo, just increasing the tempo slightly by about a neck. On the inside Slim Shady, up in third. On the outer then is Treasure Beach, followed next in the field by Clamour, and Tom Queally now easing to the outside of horses. Now he wants to come around the outside of the field, the entire field in front of him now, and he makes his move, and it's a lightning move too. A real surprise here as he bounds up on the outside and takes up the running out wide. 3 to go. Now races into the lead. Immediately Eskimo under pressure. Behind them Slim Shady. Out wider then is Clamour, and further back Treasure Beach, but he's left them for dead here as they come inside the 2. He's gone 3-4 lengths in front of Frankel. In second place is Clamour, followed further back then by, on the inside, Eskimo and Treasure Beach. But this is a matter of name the distance inside the furlong, and Frankel is striding away. By golly, he looks a champion. It's Frankel by 10 lengths and going further ahead. Frankel goes on to win the Royal Lodge.
Frankel is the 6-4 on favourite for this Dubai Dewhurst Stakes, and they step away. Group 1, 2-year-olds. Got a little bit crowded leaving the stalls with Samid racing between Frankel and Dream Ahead in the early stages. Roderick O'Connor has gone off quickly in the hands of Johnny Murtagh, who's looking to get across to the rail from Waiter's Dream, and then Glor Namara, Samid in the all blue, Frankel on the far side in the pink cap racing quite keenly, and Dream Ahead is ridden patiently in the early stages by William Buick at the rear of the field. There's confirmation. Frankel the 6-4 on favourite, Dream Ahead of 5-2, and it's Roderick O'Connor that leads by a couple of lengths to Waiter's Dream. Then Glor Namara. Frankel hasn't settled. Samid next to the fence, and Dream Ahead still waited with as they head now towards the final 3 furlongs. It's all about to unfold here, and still Roderick O'Connor leads the way with Waiter's Dream now a close second. Frankel now moving up quickly on the outside, followed by Glor Namara. Dream Ahead is following Frankel. Samid is pushed along under the fence as they pass the 2 furlong marker. Roderick O'Connor, Waiter's Dream. Frankel has picked up impressively in the centre of the track. Glor Namara is chasing hard, then Dream Ahead with work to do. So too Samid as they race now towards the final furlong. Frankel on the far side. Roderick O'Connor under the rail, then Glor Namara. Frankel's in front all right from Roderick O'Connor, and he's pulling clear. Frankel looks very impressive. He's 3 or 4 lengths clear. A fantastic colt. Frankel wins the Dewhurst. All set, and they're off racing for the Totesport.com Greenham Stakes, and Frankham just content to get a bit of cover in the early stages. Tom Queally, as his stable companion Picture Editor, heads on into the lead, followed by Acceleration and then Vanguard Dream. Frankel taking a bit of a hold now, and then Shropshire, followed by Strong Suit held up at the back of the field, and the 2 Cecil runners, the 2 Henry Cecil train runners, Picture Editor and Frankel are first and second, followed by Acceleration, then Shropshire in the blue jacket. In the white jacket is Vanguard Dream, and lastly in red and green is Strong Suit. So Picture Editor is leading the field down towards the halfway stage. Picture Editor shadowed in second by Frankel, then in third is Acceleration, followed by Shropshire. Strong Suit getting a bit closer towards the back with Vanguard Dream. Frankel right on terms with Picture Editor. Acceleration now kicking on the near side as they race down to the final quarter mile. Acceleration bustled along. Frankel is just being woken up now, just with head slightly on one side there. Shropshire and Strong Suit back in 4th place. Frankel now takes over from Acceleration as they race towards the final furlong. Frankel begins to extend about a length and a half. Big run from Acceleration in 2nd place, but Tom Queally hasn't had to get serious at all with Frankel, and inside the final half he's stretching away, and Frankel maintains his unbeaten record. They're just about ready to go. Who will add their name to that roll of honour? Samid missed the kick badly, so too did Brooks. Frankel is away well on the far side in the pink cap. Here's his pacemaker on the near side, rerouted, and they go on together, albeit wide apart, followed by Roderick O'Connor in the dark blue, making ground Casamenta in the noseband. Frankie wants to be close to Frankel. Then after these, Native Khan, Slim Shady, Parfork on the far side from Samid. Brooks is pulling quite hard from Loving Spirit, then Happy Today, and Dubai we go towards the rear of the field, and Frankel has basically taken off in front here and using his enormous stride to go 5 or 6 lengths clear of Casamento in 2nd place. Well, this is going to be extraordinary if he can keep this up. At the moment he's got them completely on the stretch. Casamento is now 7 lengths down in 2nd place, then rerouted, and this is unbelievable. Tom Queally on Frankel, he steals a glass. Can he possibly keep it going here? It's Frankel who's clear of the field. Casamento about 8 lengths down in 2nd, then Native Khan from rerouted. Can Frankel see it out? They race towards the final 2.5 furlongs. He's absolutely out on his own as they race past the bushes. Frankel by 10, by 12 lengths. Native Khan chasing. Dubai Gold. Queally gets to work. He's going to have to keep him up to it now as he races down into the dip. He pulls his whip on Frankel. He's about 6 or 7 lengths clear of Dubai Gold, and then Native Khan as they race up towards the line. He's done it the hard way here, Frankel, but he's going to see them off like a true champion. Frankel wins the Guineas. Fantastic. Frankel wins.
That's it. They're ready for the St James's Palace, and they're racing. And away to a fair start too. Rerouted down near the inside, was away smartly. Just dropping in behind them is Acceleration, and then out deep on the track there's Zoffany crossing over with Wood and Bassett as they settle fully into stride now, and Rerouted going on. And Frankel is back in the field in about 4th position on the inside under a tight hold. Rerouted going like the wind here, leads by 8 lengths on settling down, and does it well from the Japanese horse Grand Prix Bros in 2nd, Dubawi Gold in 3rd, then Frankel settled in behind 4th on the inside, followed by Wood and Bassett and Acceleration, who's further back in the field. Dream Ahead giving them a long start. Nebraska's next, and further back then is Zoffany as they race up now towards the half mile, and still out in front, Rerouted by 4 lengths or so. But Frankel is now trying to get into the clear now, and is out after his pacemaker, and he's bridging the gap very quickly indeed. He's raced up on the outside now to grab the lead as they go to the 3. It's Frankel who takes it up now. He's gone 2.5, 3 lengths in front as they round the turn. Further back then is Dubawi Gold in 3rd, a gap to Acceleration. Further back in the field then is the Grand Prix Boss, but 2 furlongs left to go. It's Frankel. Frankel by 5 lengths. Acceleration coming out of the pack, followed then by Dubawi Gold, and further back Nebraska and Dream Ahead down the outside. He's starting to shorten stride, but he's still in front. It's Frankel by 3. Down the outside, Zoffany finishing fast, followed by Acceleration. It's Frankel now. He's starting to paddle. He's going up and down to the 1 spot, but he's held on. Frankel has won it.
They're lined up and racing. Now, where is the pace coming from? Frankie Dettori taking a pull on Rio de la Plata on the near side. Frankel, Camford Cliffs, they're probably disputing it. And then Rash the Man, the early pace looks pretty steady. Tom Queally edging to the front now on Frankel from Camford Cliffs. And Richard Hughes will be happy with his position, one would assume, followed by Rush the Man and Rio de la Plata at the back of the field. So Frankel, once again, is going to have to make his own running here. He opens up into about a 2.5, 3 length lead over Camford Cliffs. Tom Queally will be mindful to keep something in reserve. This horse with a tremendous long stride, leading the way over his big rival Camford Cliffs. Rio de la Plata is about 4 lengths back in 3rd, and then the French-trained Rush the Man in last place. They run down the hill towards the home turn. When they swing up the straight, they'll have 3.5 furlongs to cover. Richard Hughes is not giving Frankel a lot of rope here, but Queally hasn't pressed any buttons yet. Frankel leads the way by 2 to Camford Cliffs, 2.5 to Rio de la Plata, and then Rush the Man as they run down the Goodwood home straight with just over 2 furlongs left to travel in the Kipco Sussex Stakes. It's all about to unfold. Frankel still leads. Camford Cliffs just being shaken up in 2nd place now, and Frankel is pouring it on from Camford Cliffs. Rio de la Plata back in 3rd, and Rush the Man. Oh, this is a brilliant horse. Frankel's pulling clear of Camford Cliffs as they race inside the final furlong. Frankel extending. Camford Cliffs is drifting to the stand side, and Frankel is too good. The freak. Frankel wins for Sussex.
The great Frankel attempting to consolidate his reputation as the world's best. That's it, they're racing. And Frankel away pretty well and drops in behind them early, and the pacemaker goes on. Bullet Train by 2 or 3 lengths to Dick Turpin is up there in 2nd. Then in 3rd, Dubawi Gold, and just behind them on the near side, Acceleration. In behind them is Frankel wanting to go half a stride, maybe a stride faster. In behind, being held by Tom Queally. Also pulling hard as Side Glance back in the field. They're followed next in the field by Poet's Voice, and last is Immortal Verse. So it's Bullet Train out in front, 6 lengths clear, but they're basically ignoring him. In 2nd is Dick Turpin, 2 away then in 3rd, follows Dubawi Gold, followed next in the field by Acceleration. Now Queally giving this Frankel a little bit more rein, and now he's starting to move up on the outside. Acceleration going with him, followed then by Poet's Voice. They're virtually ignoring the pacemaker, and Frankel has strode up on the outside to lead the maid bunch here. Bullet Train well in front, but it's Frankel who's now about 6 lengths behind his pacemaker, being tracked now by Poet's Voice, and further back Acceleration. They're followed next in the field by Immortal Verse, who's got about 4 lengths to make up on Frankel. So Bullet Train comes back to them at the 2, being tackled now by the stablemate Frankel, who takes it up clearly. Acceleration behind them, followed by Immortal Verse, produced on the far side. A furlong left to go. It's Frankel by 2 lengths, trying hard. Acceleration. He's gone for the whip Queally, but kept going. Frankel goes on to make it 9 out of 9. Exciting, scintillating and sensational.
And so Frankel was the last one in. The 6 runners are lined up for the Group 1 JLT lock-in stakes, and away they go. And Frankel's pacemaker, Bullet Train, straight into an early lead. The pacemaker for Acceleration, Windsor Palace, Shamie Heffernan in the white cap, but it's Frankel who tracks Bullet Train. Then Windsor Palace, Acceleration getting cover behind Frankel on the near side in the purple cap. On the far side in the green jacket is Ransom Note, and Dubawi Gold is held up in last place by Richard Hughes. So Bullet Train is there to ensure that it's a fair pace, an honest pace, and he seems to be doing a fair job at the moment. Frankel 2 lengths down in second place under Tom Queally, and normally Tom just has to change his hands and Frankel just takes off with him. Moving up Windsor Palace, Acceleration on the near side, Ransom Note over on the far side, and still Dubawi Gold at the rear of the field as they race down the centre of the straight course here. And it's still Bullet Train, a couple of lengths, maybe a shade more ahead of Frankel. Maybe the pace is lifting a little. Ransom Note is moving up on the outside. Windsor Palace gets a shake of the reins. Then Acceleration, and now they're racing inside the final 3 furlongs. Bullet Train by 2 lengths to Frankel in second place. On the left, the odds-on favourite, and he's going very strongly. Tracked by Acceleration, then Ransom Note, Dubawi Gold, and Windsor Palace. The crowd roar, and Frankel strikes the front at Newbury. Acceleration is after him in second place, but Frankel is opening up. He's gone 3-4 lengths clear. Acceleration is giving it all he's got in second, but it's not enough. It's not nearly enough, and Frankel is going to be 10 out of 10. What a machine! What a monster! Frankel wins the lockage.
Stand by. They're off. And a pretty good start too. Premier Loco on the near side began well, going fast in the early stages too, is Worth That right over on the far side with a noseband. He's looking around there, Ian Mongan on Bullet Train. He's looking to see where the others are. He's the pacemaker for Frankel, and Frankel right in his slipstream there in the pink cap in about 4th position. Going into second in the early stages is Joseph O'Brien on Acceleration. So on settling down, and it's Bullet Train who shows the way from Helmet, and Acceleration and a half length away Frankel, who's smothered up in the centre. 3 parts away then Worth That. Further back in the field then the black cap of Side Glance. They're followed next by Premier Loco and Red Jazz, and right out the back is Windsor Palace. In company there with Strong Suit, who's second last, and Indomito is last as they race up towards halfway in the Queen Anne. And it's Bullet Train taking them along at a good gallop. From in second, Helmet on the near side. Over on the far side in third then the purple jacket of Joseph O'Brien on Acceleration. Then in the centre is Frankel, and now Queally is giving him a bit more rein as he moves up now with 3 furlongs left to travel. He says go on Frankel. Frankel races now to a narrow lead. Acceleration trying to go with him. The old rival. They've got 2 furlongs left to go in the Queen Anne. And now he starts to shake the reins at Frankel. He gets an immediate response. The champion starts to draw away. He's gone 3 lengths in front. Acceleration can find no more. And this is a procession. It's now Frankel who's drawing away. What a performance. The superb, the spectacular Frankel, 11 out of 11, and in a zone of his own. It's Frankel who wins it by 8 lengths.
Far into the stalls, looks pretty calm, the blindfold off, and he jumps out well, and Godolphin will be relieved about that. Bullet Train heads straight into the lead. His pacemaker, Frankel's pacemaker, Bullet Train, and Ian Mongan looking round, and he's being tracked by Tom Queally on Frankel. Frankie Dettori choosing to track Frankel in 3rd place, and Gabriel held up by Paul Hannigan at the back of the field. But they're going off at a briskest pace. They're well strung out already. Bullet Train by a length and a half to Frankel. Far is some way off now in 3rd, and then Gabriel still at the back, must be a good 8 or 9 lengths behind the front-running Bullet Train as they head now right-handed in this Kipco Sussex Stakes Group 1. And it's Bullet Train from Frankel in 2nd place. Frankel unbeaten in 11 starts, 2.5 lengths to Far. Back in 3rd, the challenger for Godolphin, and Gabriel in last place. They're about to swing the corner now with 3.5 furlongs to cover. Bullet Train leads the way, and in previous races Tom Queally has gone from some way out on Frankel. He's looking round to see how Frankie Dettori's going on Far. Frankie is shaking him up. Frankel is absolutely cruising at the moment as Bullet Train endeavours to lead him for as long as possible, but now he's in front. Frankel leads. Far are under pressure. Gabriel trying hard as well. Back in third as Bullet Train fades away. And now Queally asks Frankel to open up once again in familiar fashion. Far is chasing hard, about 5-6 lengths down. Frankel stretching away from Far, and Frankel is far too good for them. It's going to be a 12th win here in a canter, a glorious 12th. And they're just about lined up. On the near side, Windsor Palace. And away they go. Frankel just a little bit slow out of the stalls, the last to leave the gate, in fact. And Bullet Train, his stable companion and pacemaker, out in front. But on the near side, Robin Hood and Windsor Palace is ridden forward as well. So the pacemakers filling the front three places. Now, significantly, Joseph O'Brien has got St Nicholas Abbey very handy in fourth place. He's been holding the horse up right at the back of the field in earlier races this season, but not today. St Nicholas Abbey is fourth as the pacemakers now apply the pressure. Back towards the outside of these is Far, Shri Future. They're followed by Frankel, Planteur, and in the green cap Twice Over as they make their way down the back straight. 38 miles per hour, much quicker than they went in the Great Voltager Stakes, and the field are well strung out, and it's Robin Hood that leads the way. Robin Hood on the far side from Windsor Palace and Bullet Train. This is the chasing pack there, headed by St Nicholas Abbey, then Far, Shri Future. Frankel is about 12-15 lengths behind the front-running Robin Hood as they race round the final turn. So Ballydoyle applying the pressure here. Robin Hood from Windsor Palace, just stealing a half glance, Eddie Ahern on Bullet Train in the white cap, wondering where Frankel is as they now race down the home straight. Frankel is towards the left in 3, 4, 5, 6th place at the moment under Tom Queally, and about to break new ground over 1.25 miles. Robin Hood, Windsor Palace, the others queuing up. Far in the blue jacket, Shri Future, far side Twice Over. Frankel cruising up towards the stand side next door to St Nicholas Abbey. What a prospect here as they race towards the final quarter mile, and Frankel comes cruising through, and St Nicholas Abbey is driven along by Joseph O'Brien, and they can't get him off the bridle. Far on the far side fighting on gamely, but now Queally asks him to stretch, and Frankel stretches away as only he can. Frankel by 5-6 lengths to Far, and St Nicholas Abbey, the crowd at York giving him a tremendous reception, a breathtaking win again, and Frankel wins the Juddmonte International.
That's it, they're off and running in the Kitco Champions Stakes. And last away, Frankel, he's missed it by 2 or 3 lengths and ambling along towards the rear of the field. Ian Mongan looking around on Bullet Train to see where Frankel is. He's the leader by half a length. 2 in second. Cirrus Désiré getting through now to actually head the pacemaker. They're followed by Nathaniel on the outside. Frankel is tracking him with a pink cap. They're followed next in the field then by Master of Hounds. Still Mongan looking around. And 3 or 4 lengths away then Pastorius. And they're getting away from the inside rail. There are about 5 horses off the inside rail as they swing out of Swinley Bottom. And it's Cirrus Désiré in front by half a length for Olivier Pellier. In second then is Nathaniel up on the outside. In third then Bullet Train. Mongan still looking around. Now he sees Frankel on the outside, who's starting to loom up into fourth. Followed then half a length away by Master of Hounds, and further back Pastorius. Ambling up the side of the course now. 5.5 furlongs to go, and Bullet Train now gets through on the inside and starts to do his job. But Cirrus Désiré is going with him. 2 lengths away is Nathaniel. 2 away then is Frankel back in fourth position, and he's ambling along at this stage, being tracked by Pastorius, and out the back is Master of Hounds. All the time climbing up towards home in the Champion Stakes. And on the left of picture, it's the pacemaker Bullet Train by 2 lengths. 2 in second, Cirrus Désiré. They're followed by Nathaniel. Still going well as Frankel in fourth, poised. Followed then by Master of Hounds and then Pastorius as they round the home turn now and about to straighten up for the judge. 2.5 out. Cirrus Désiré on the outside grabs the lead from Bullet Train. Here's Nathaniel, but look at Frankel on the outside, let loose by Queally. Is starting to move up very easily. Cirrus Désiré on the far side. It's now Frankel called on for the final effort. He still hasn't moved on the near side. Now he says go. A furlong to go. It's Frankel who takes up the running clearly. He's raced 3 parts in front. He's gone for the whip, and he's drawn